as quickly as I can.
Okay. We are live at the Planes of Fame Air Museum out here in Chino, California.
Of the North American
All right,
T-6. It's an advanced military trainer. Here in the States, we know them as the Texan, but in other parts of the world, it has other names, such as the Harvard, the Yale, the Whirlaway. But don't let yourself get killed because there's not any guns on these ships. These are very serious warbirds. They were designed to perform just as if it was a fighter airplane. So therefore, it's capable of doing all the maneuvers and everything else a pilot would need to learn for air-to-air combat. It also has a full complement of instruments in the cockpit so that the pilot can learn about flying in bad weather or flying at night. The length on these aircraft is 26 feet, 6 inches. The wingspan is 42 feet. Fully loaded, ready to fire up on the runway. This thing weighs 5,300 pounds, so this is no Cessna. Pratt & Whitney has the engines in this. It's a 1340. Delivers 600 horsepower, known as the Wasp engine. First flown April 1st, 1935. It would go on to have a career with the U.S. military until 1958, but its service wasn't done yet. It would serve in air forces around the world, in fact, in over 60 countries, and until the South African Air Force took it out of service in 1995. That gave it an active military career of 60 years. Now, if you think of all of the military airplanes over the last decades, very few of these can say that they've had a 60-year career with the military. There were just over 17,000 of these built by North American and also North American's licensures overseas. It was designed by Dutch Kindelberger, who was the president of North American Aviation, and he wanted to make this aircraft tough, and tough he did. This was designed 15% stronger than it really had to be, and it's one reason we have so many examples left over today. He also designed it to be easy to work on, so maintenance on this is not cheap, but it's still easier than some of the other aircraft that you've seen in our collection. So Air and Space Magazine did an article on this airplane back in late 2015, 2016. And one of the ladies that they interviewed was an FAA inspector. And she said the Texan was the best way she knew to turn money into noise. At that printing, they also thought that there was about 500 of these still flying in the United States today, plus others around the world. The blue airplane that you see here is the museum's. It was built for the Navy as an SNJ 5, S for Scout, N for Trainer, J for North American. It spent its first 10 years at 10 different naval air stations throughout the United States. And then in 1954, it went to Kwajalein Naval Air Station, where it was a utility aircraft during the nuclear tests that were done there. Afterwards, it was transferred to Barbers Point Naval Air Station on Hawaii, where it was taken off service after the airframe had achieved 3,311 hours. The museum acquired it in 1961. It was restored to flight, and it's used extensively to train our pilots for the heavier aircraft that you've seen in our collection today, because you need that kind of transitional training. So let's get our pilots out of the sun. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna start the engine up. This is actually one of my favorite airplanes, or my favorite aircraft actually, especially the blue one and that one right there. All right, let's do it. and presentation. We